Higher, further, faster. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Minicast episode 2. We are going to quickly go over Captain Marvel 2, aka The Marvels. Let me tell you, that movie was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. With Marvel's strings of movies lately, where they have all been very iffy with the comedy, with all the less jokes, less serious stories, and not really much that have connected really much. It was a lot better in a very fresh pace. The humor flowed very well with it. The characters got their own individual times to grow. And I think the biggest point that everyone will enjoy is the fact that Brie Larson had a lot more humanity to her character. And what I mean by that is she had a lot more feelings, because I know some people like to say Brie Larson doesn't really act with feelings. I know my wife makes the comment that is like, she just doesn't have the feelings and doesn't show emotions. But she definitely did. Monica got her own story to figure out something with her finally and set up for an amazing, amazing cliffhanger for more multiverse at the end of it. Miss Marvel got her chance to shine because she's been really absent since her show as Kamala Khan was. At the very end of it, she was sucked away through the door and Brie Larson popped out. And that was a scene from the Marvels that sets it up. And everyone got their chance to shine. You got to see Monica annoyed with Brie or Captain Marvel never came back. Carol Danvers never came back to be the aunt that she wanted, and you got to see that kind of hashed out and I find out why she didn't. And you also got to see Carol have a fun little um, second chance, if you will, with Kamala Khan because there's a girl that has power similar to her in her own way and is a huge fan. And she's setting it up that she can train her, and I think that was a very good this story is done. You can't go back because of the time, but this story is now continuing. Let me show it up. Along with that, we got the setup for the Young Avengers, this that we've all been seeing for a while now, with all the kids popping up, with Wanda's kids coming up, with Scar coming up at the end of She-Hulk. We had Kate Bishop set up, Kamala Khan being set up. Technically, you could consider Spider-Man part of that if you really wanted, but I think he's a little bit older than them. I think he's still pretty young since they were looking at college, so you could Young Avengers if you want. And I think that was a huge, huge impact to set that up at the very end because you got two storylines being set up here. You're still got the whole Kang Dynasty set up with the multiverse, and you have the Young Avengers being set up, which has been very hush hush. And I like the fact that they have acknowledged, hey, these are what we are working on. This story is still not done, despite all the controversy going with Jonathan Majors. They're still continuing with that story, which I think you should continue with that story versus what we've all been hearing of them going to write it off with Doctor Doom. Which you want to bring Doctor Doom, it's fine, just don't write that stuff off. But with Captain Marvel 2, aka The Marvels, fully recommend going to see this movie. Happily had a blast with it. My kid had a blast with it. My friends had a blast with it. Even my wife, who said she didn't like Captain Marvel, had a blast with this movie as well and wants to go see it again because it was that good and funny to her. If you guys would like to continue seeing more about Captain Marvel or more of the explanations of the Marvel Universe and where we think it's going to be going with it, put a link or a comment in the comment below and we will get back to you and have a new podcast episode. Thank you guys. Have a good one.